Hi, everybody. What a week, right? This is time for our Kafir Middle East update, but it is the week of Jesus's Passion. We've celebrated Passover. We look forward to Good Friday, and then nothing like it, right? Resurrection Sunday. So, Dan here at Kafir Holy Ground Explorations, let me wish you a happy Resurrection Sunday. God bless you all. Anyhow, here's this week's Middle East update. It's the week of April 14th, and let's jump right into our headlines. Tragedy. And it's important that we understand this. In Cairo, I know you've probably already aware of this, but Egyptian churches in the southern city of Minya said on Tuesday that they will not be holding Easter celebrations this year. Think about that. Because they're mourning the 45 Coptic Christians that were killed this week in twin bombings of churches during last Palm Sunday ceremonies. Did you know that the persecution of Christians around the world, but especially in the Muslim world, has reached an all-time high, with 2016 being the worst year yet? This according to a report put out by a group entitled Open Doors. Christians are being persecuted today. Don't forget that. And how tragic it is that our brothers and sisters in Egypt will not even be celebrating Easter for fear of the repercussions from ISIS. Now, other news, in defiance of the U.S., which is demanding that the Palestinian Authority completely stop financial rewards to families of terrorist martyrs. They're called shaheeds. What response do we get from the PA? Hey, cost of living. The PA is now raising the payments to the martyrs' families. The payments include lifetime monthly allowances to the families of suicide bombers and other murderers who were killed after they committed their crimes. Think about this. What will stop the rise of suicide bombers when the reality is that they can take care of their families by simply killing as many Jews as possible? Now, Washington's UN ambassador, Nikki Haley, has come out this week and made it crystal clear. She said that Syria's President Bashar Assad cannot stay in power after what has now been revealed as a chemical attack that has prompted the U.S. military action. She says it's unrefutable proof that everything links back to Assad. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Let me remind you, make sure you go to our website at holygroundexplorations.com and access the PDF PowerPoint pictures, much more detail in the articles. A good example is that you can take a look at the bombings that took place in Alexandria last week, photos, and a little bit more extensive report on those Christians that were killed in Egypt. The next article is labeled, Guess Who's Back? Yeah, here he is. That can't find a job, Muhammad Ahmadinejad, it's easier to say can't find a job, has ignored the Ayatollah's advice, and he's joining the presidential race. Who is this Ahmadinejad? He's known for expanding the Iranian nuclear program. It is apparent that the current president, Hassan Rouhani, is not going to run. But this guy, remember, this is the same guy that has denied the Holocaust and publicly spoken, saying the goal of Iran is to wipe Israel off the face of the map. Again, not just limiting to Israel in his definition, is the little Satan. Guess who the big Satan is? I'll let you fill in that blank. Well, now what's going on with Russia and Syria? The Trump administration veered towards a deeper conflict with Russia last Tuesday as Secretary of State Rex Tillerson issued a strong ultimatum to the Kremlin. His words, side with America and its allies on Syria or stand with Syrian President Bashar Assad, stand with Iran, and stand with Hezbollah, the terrorist group. The response after this pressure, again, Tillerman went on to say, we want to relieve the suffering of the Syrian people. We believe that Russia can play an important part in all of this if it will maintain its alliance with us, with the U.S., and stand against Assad. The response of Russia, let me just make this clear, on Wednesday, Russia just blocked a UN resolution to condemn the chemical weapons in Syria. Russia has made it clear they will stand with Syria. And you've heard the report saying that at this particular time, relationships between the UN, the US, and Russia is worse than it's ever been up until the Cold War, during the Cold War. So that's what we're looking at. That's what's going on. Well, David Sling has now become operational. Israel unveiled the latest addition to its multi-missile defense system with David Sling. You can see pictures again on our website, more information. Why is this important? Hezbollah, you know, that terrorist organizations that's in the southern part of Lebanon, they now claim and they boast an arsenal over, and it's hard to get our arms around this, but they claim to have over 150,000 rockets that are currently pointed to Israel and can hit anything, anywhere in Israel, all the way down to Eilat. This latest addition to Israel's multi-defense system is, even more efficient than the Iron Dome. So again, David Sling is now operational. In terms of terrorism, is it ramping down or whatever? I want you to take a look at this article. Islamic terrorists have launched rockets from the Sinai on the eve of Passover. 2 landed in southern Israel. ISIS is claiming responsibility. And then you have Abbas. And what does Abbas have to say about what's actually going on? Abbas advocates genocide of Israeli Jews. Palestinian Authority websites boast of attacks against Israeli by releasing data that's draped in pride. Did you know that there were 93 terrorist attack plots against Israel that were attempted to be carried out just during the month of March? The recent wave of these violent attacks began in October of 2015. Just because we don't read about all of these things, keep in mind it's not stopping. It's not ramping down. It is ramping up. 93 attempts of terrorist attacks just in the month of March alone. Well, anyhow, that's our report for the week. I have a quote. Take a look at this, something that I need to be looking in the mirror. It's from Maimonides, the Jewish sage. He simply says, teach your tongue to say, I don't know, and you will progress. How often wisdom comes when we're slow to speak and we're quick to listen, and we're even quicker to say, I'm not sure, I don't know. Then we're open to teaching, right? Also, I want you to notice that I've included Holy Ground Exploration's upcoming fall tours. We have kind of a major tour with an extension. We call it Israel off the beaten path, take a look at this brochure. More information again on our website. But we're also excited to be able to have as an extension Petra. And what's exciting to me about Petra is that, there's nothing quite like walking through Israel, walking the land where it all began, seeing fulfilled prophecies, being in the place where Jesus was actually at, where so many of the Old Testament saints were at. There's nothing quite like it. I call that prophecy fulfilled. But you know what? Petra is prophecy yet to be fulfilled. Many believe that this will be a place of refuge for believers, for Jewish believers, during the time of the tribulation. So check it out. Pray about joining us. We're excited. I will be leaving for Israel on Tuesday of next week. So the report for the next 16 days, a couple weeks, will be coming from Jerusalem. I will be attending the ICEJ conference at Yad Vashem on the Holocaust and the rise of anti-Semitism. So I appreciate your prayers for that. With that, again, happy Resurrection Sunday, and God bless you. Shalom.